Hey guys, I hope you really enjoyed Stacy's video. Mine's going to be short and sweet, so let's get to it. There are three things I think you need to know about Stacy. Number one is that she loves to be creative and loves to dress up. Number two is that she's in fact not my sister. I promise I'll explain that in a moment. Number three is that she really loves me, or at least I really love her. So the first story is about how she really likes to dress up and be creative. So Halloween, my junior and senior year of college down at IU, I'm involved with a campus ministry called Crew, and we have a big Halloween party where we dress up and dance and have fun stuff. And there's costume competitions there, and Stacy really wanted to be involved and really wanted to dress up. So she immediately decided that we were going to do it, and because of her enthusiasm, I agreed to go. She decided to be Buzz Lightyear and to make her own jetpack because she's super creative like that. Rather, I would have gone to the store and purchased one like a normal person, but she just really wanted to. So I felt like I needed to compete with that, or to at least be on that level. So at the time I was really into this show called Arrested Development. And for those of you that don't know, there is a character on there named Tobias, and he is obsessed with the Blue Man Group. So he often paints his entire body, except for a portion of his body where he wears these cut-off jean shorts, which I of course made, and he paints his entire body blue. So I was like, why not be Tobias? And when he's obsessed with the Blue Man Group, so I did just that. I painted my whole body except for these jean shorts blue, and I wore blue cutoffs and this weird-looking mustache and these glasses. And it was really funny because in the show there are these little blue spots everywhere, like on the walls and on the carpet and on the shower, where he like couldn't help but touch things because his entire body's blue. And that's how my apartment was for a good year and a half after that. The next year we also dressed up, and we were like, oh, what can we do as like a cool like two-person costume? So she was like, well, Mermaid Man and Barnacle Boy. And I was like, that's actually awesome because I love SpongeBob. So I was like, well, I'm of course going to be Mermaid Man because Barnacle Boy would be weird for me to be. And she was like, no, I already made the belt, so you're Barnacle Boy. So I dressed up as Barnacle Boy with this tiny little shirt that was way too small for me and these blue rubber gloves. So that's why Stacy's super creative, and it's very contagious. Number two, Stacy's not my sister. So down in Florida, on spring break, our senior years. For those of you that don't know, I grew up in Florida until I was 14. So I had a lot of connections, a lot of friends down there still. So on my spring break senior year, both Stacy and I happened to be in Florida, and I wanted to visit BCS, my old school. And she came down to Bradenton, where it was at, and we both went and visited. Now, we went and visited a bunch of different students, and then we went and visited my best friend's mom. At the time, my best friend was Daniel, and we were like, if you've seen Scrubs, like JD and Turk, where I was the awkward white guy, and he was like the smooth black guy all the time. So we were a fun dynamic duo. So we went in to visit his mom, the music teacher at the school, and I had introduced Stacy and said, this is Stacy Thornton, my girlfriend. She's like, oh, okay, cool. I didn't think you had a sister, and I was wondering if she was your sister, but she ain't looking at you like she's your sister. And she said it with a lot more attitude, and it was a lot funnier at the time. But that's why Stacy's not my sister, despite Mrs. Magley thinking she was my sister for some reason. And number three, Stacy really loves me, or at least I really love her. This happened senior year of high school. We were driving to lunch before our internships. We went to school half day and then went to internships. And I, for some reason, was driving a minivan like all cool high school kids do, and I had left a binder on top of the minivan. So we drove all the way to our lunch destination. Got there, and I was looking at my bags and realized that I didn't have my binder. So I turned around and we drove back, and we realized that there were pieces of paper all the way littered down the street on this road that we had driven from the high school to lunch. And we spent the next 15-20 minutes picking up all these different papers, and I was like so embarrassed. But Stacy was right there beside me having a good time. We were laughing about it. It was no big deal. I'm sure to this day there are random papers with my name on it in people's yards and things. But once we got back to our lunch destination, I pulled an Adam Datema, one of my good friends. He would say that he had a girlfriend oftentimes when he was talking to other people in really awkward situations. So they would be talking about the weather and be like, haha, it's a beautiful day. And he would be like, yeah, haha, I have a girlfriend. So I kind of did that. We were back talking at the lunch destination, and we were joking around, and I was like, haha, yeah, I love you. And I just said I love you, and she was like, cool, okay, and taken aback. And she didn't really talk about it, and it was really awkward for like 3 or 4 days. So I really love her, and I think she loves me, obviously, because we're getting married. So it worked out okay. Those are my 3 stories, and I hope you enjoy Lauren's video. Thanks, guys.